The measles outbreak throughout the Southwest, where nearly 300 people, mostly children, have come down with the disease, has come to expose deeper problems with the vaccination scene in the United States. As a notable example, in the case of the first fatality, the girl who died had not been vaccinated by her parents. She came from Seminole, a town in Gaines County that is now infamous for extremely low vaccination rates. For perspective, 14% of children in Gaines County were opted out of required vaccines for the school year.
Measles in particular is one that, gets a lot of attention. As I mentioned, it has one of the most effective vaccines, but it's almost always the first disease to emerge when vaccination drops even a tiny bit. And that's because it's so highly transmissible. In years, what has this vaccine done? It's estimated that it's probably prevented over 500 million cases of measles and tens of millions of hospitalizations and at least a million deaths. There is a strong link between vaccination protection against other diseases, chronic diseases such as cancers. And more recently, there was a study reported a strong link between vaccination and a 30 to 40% reduction in the rate of Alzheimer's.
It should be reiterated that vaccination, which has been scientifically tested and ubiquitous since the late 18th century, is proven to prevent diseases safely and effectively. Despite this, anti-vaccination sentiment continues to rise, from unfounded conspiracy theories such as links to autism to genuine fears about the larger health industry, such as with the Tuskegee experiments. Public health experts say that, with the Trump administration under Robert F. Kennedy Jr. downplaying health services now more than ever, it is important for the CDC to be more communicative and transparent with new procedures.
With political actors getting involved, I think this can be very difficult. But I think that if the CDC could be very transparent about this process, if journalists covering the CDC could treat controversy and learning as normal instead of treating it as failure, then the public might be invited into a process of learning.
Fortunately, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. While Gaines County residents remain adamant against using vaccines, representatives in Lubbock, Austin, and other Texas cities have reported an uptick in vaccinations as a response to the outbreak. But with cases now being reported as far as Michigan, there is still a long way to go. Luke Dias, NewsWest 9.